Hey everyone, Fabian, Empire Build Academy. Just wanted to jump into what I'm doing with Evony on the empirebuildacademy.com website. I'm now in the process of adding all of the different events that are on Evony. And of course, there is quite a few that I need to work through. But I'm just letting you know that I'm working through them now and I am adding them to the empirebuildacademy.com website. So this is the home screen that you can see. And I've given it a little bit of a makeover, changed a few things around. You can also see there the all ads have now been removed to try and give you the best possible experience. You can consider buying me a beer if you wanted to, but all adverts have been removed. There may be the odd one or two that have slipped through that I haven't noticed. If you do notice them, do let me know. Pretty confident 99% of all adverts are now clear. Going to the Evony and having a look at the Evony side of things, all part of the 9-step process, all added. These are all the different ones that you're going to get there. This is for all of the different games. And then when we go on to the events guide, this is something that I'm working on as we speak. A complete Evony event list, all of the different events going all the way down. And then basically what I'm going to do is section them off like this for all of the different ones. So if we wanted to go into the Arctic Barbarians one, we can click into there. You would get the YouTube video if you wanted to watch the YouTube video, but I've also added it as a blog post if that is something you would prefer to do rather than watching the video. So like I say, all the guides are being added and there's going to be a lot more work done on empirebuildacademy.com. Do please go and support me by following the website. But moving on to the Evony event that we're talking about now, which is Quest for Treasure, and this guide will break it down exactly what and how the event works. So let's go straight over to the game scene now. And it's in the event center, the Quest for Treasure that you want. It's this one here. You can see there's 1 day and 16 hours remaining on this. And that's because it's usually a 3-day limited time event that often appears during the Civilization Celebration event cycle. The goal is quite simple. You are collecting ancient treasure maps and then you use those maps to reveal hidden treasure locations, sending troops to go and claim that treasure. And then there is also a Desert Bandit that can spawn from these treasure boxes that you also need to kill with your main marches. Every action that you take during the event also earns personal points as well as alliance points, and these points unlock milestone rewards, and you can also place on the server rankings, which is top 10 for some other rewards as well. In reference to getting the ancient treasure maps, that's quite simple. There are 2 ways. The first one is monster hunting, and this is by going around the map and killing monsters and bosses on the world map, and the higher level monsters do have a better chance of dropping maps, but boss monsters are normally where they tend to drop from. So things like your Hydras, your Vikings, world bosses, etc. When we go into the Quest for Treasure, you will notice there are 3 different types of maps that we can get. There is a level 1, 2 and 3. You can earn up to 60 of the level 1, which is the purple, 45 of the level 2, which is the orange, and then finally 15 of the level 3, which is the gold map and the best one for rewards, and also higher level Desert Bandits spawning from them. The other method, of course, there is always going to be this method, and that is by purchasing packs. The King Solomon one actually comes with 20 of those gold level 3 treasure maps, and then there is also a $9.99 one, but the only issue with this particular one is it doesn't guarantee you those treasure maps. You are relying on them being drawn from this particular chest, so there's not a guarantee that for that $9.99 spend that you will get the ancient treasure map from there, so be aware of that. Once you have these maps, it's time to use it, and the best way to find them, there are 2 methods actually. You can go into your items and you can see them at the top here. So you can see actually I've only got 2 of the gold and 6 of the level 2, the orange. Reason being, I haven't actually got my auto rally monster card active at the moment, so I'd need to go and hit those monsters that we're talking about manually for those maps to potentially drop from killing them. The other method that you can also use to find them as well is by going into the world map as we are at the moment, using your magnifying glass, going into search, and you can see that they're also here, which is an easier way of using these maps during the event. When we use one of these maps, and I will use the orange one as an example, you click on it, click summon, and it will randomly take you to a location where the original treasure box first spawns. Click on claim. That is just a nice simple send, and then from there is the chance that a bandit may appear on this particular one. Are we going to get one? No, we're not. So let's try that again. I'm going to go into the spawn. You can see it's automatically there, which is a lot easier way of doing this. Again, I will go and claim that treasure box. Once I've claimed that treasure box, again, there is the chance of the bandit. There wasn't again, but just to make you aware, those bandits do start from level 1 to level 10 all the way up. And then once a desert bandit has spawned, you would send your monster march to go and kill that particular bandit. And they can range from 3.5 million in power all the way up to nearly 300 million power. So the level 10 ones are quite difficult to kill, and not everyone is going to be able to kill them. It's not an event where you can ask an alliance member to help you with these. When you defeat the desert bandit, it drops a treasure clue fragment, and these come in 3 different types: fragment 1, 2 and 3. And if you collect enough of these fragments, you can combine them to unlock the ultimate reward, which is King Solomon's treasure. And in this chest, it's the better rewards, where you can find things like Blood of Ares, super resource chests, speed ups, and a whole lot more. The higher level the bandit, the better fragments, meaning more chances to create those chests. Finally, there is also a points ranking system, and if I just go back into the event just to show you what that looks like, this is it here. You can see Split is actually in first place for us on 27 million for this particular server. You can also see Rambo is in second on 26, and then the top 10 goes all the way down. Now remember, it is only the top 10 that will get the Monarch ranking rewards, which are these. So all the way down, top 10, and that's what you're going to get for 10th place if you finish there. And if you used to finish in first place, this is what you can be expecting to receive for that. There's also some alliance ranking rewards. There isn't many alliances on these games if you're in an older server, so finishing in the top 3 is always a strong possibility. And there are also some chests as well for Monarch score rewards. So once you reach a certain requirement, so on this one here you can see it starts at 3.5 million. If you was to get 3.5 million, 7 million, 11.2 million, you are then also going to get these chests as well, which come with these additional rewards inside them. When you open a chest, these are the kind of items that you can expect to drop. And when killing the different bandits, the desert bandits, you can see killing a level 1 here has a chance to drop this. And if we go all the way down to the level 10, you can see the much better rewards do come from killing the level 10 desert bandit. And that is pretty much it for this particular event. It's a really nice simple one. It comes with decent rewards. Remember, you do need to go and kill those monsters around the map so that you can go and get those treasure maps to spawn the treasure boxes and also the bandits. And also in total, there is the potential 120 of these different maps combined that you can go and use during the event. And that is it for this particular guide. Nice simple one, nice easy one. I will go and add this to empirebuildacademy.com on the event section for Evony, so that you've got that access there for you all the time. But a nice simple event, definitely worth getting involved with. Some decent rewards can come from it. Let me know what your thoughts are on this event in the comments, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Thanks for watching.